If you think you need a fancy degree or years of experience to work from anywhere in the world or make a pretty good income, think again. In this video, I'm breaking down 10 remote jobs that you can land in 2025, even if you just have a bachelor's degree or no degree at all. These are real jobs with real paychecks, no scams, no fluff. Whether you want to ditch your commute or take that laptop to the beach, it all starts here. So let's go ahead and dive in. Number 10 is a content writer or a copywriter. So a content writer is a professional writer who crafts written content, often to promote products, services, or ideas. Their primary goal is going to be to persuade or engage an audience, often with the aim of driving sales or encouraging specific actions. Now, a degree is not required here to be a copywriter, so while some copywriters do have degrees in things like English, marketing, or communications here, many successful copywriters are self-taught. So what would matter most with this type of position is your ability to write persuasive and effective content. However, skills that are going to be beneficial for this type of role do include things such as strong grammar, research skills, and understanding the basics of SEO, which does stand for search engine optimization. According to ZipRecruiter, the average pay for this type of position is $76,412 per year, which is a pretty good yearly income. Number 9 is a customer support representative. Now, customer support representatives often interact with customers in order to solve problems, answer questions, handle complaints, process orders, and do just about anything else that's needed when it comes to supporting customers. So there are a variety of different type of roles when it comes to this specific type of position, especially in 2025. So you can operate as somebody who answers emails, who does the online chat, or by phone for e-commerce or other type of companies. In fact, just about any type of business needs this type of role in today's economy, so there are so many positions available for this specific type of job. The skills that are needed for this type of role are obviously going to be communication, patience, and problem solving. You do not need any type of degree to get started in an entry-level position, and the longer that you're doing it, the higher you can rise in your position and the more money that you can make. And a bonus here is that if you do have experience with things such as Zendesk or Intercom here, that's going to boost your hireability. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average pay across the country for this type of position is $42,830 per year. Now, a role that is similar to this, it does not require any type of degree, but does pay a little bit higher, is the role of a financial clerk, and they make $48,650 per year on average. When it comes to training, most financial clerks here do learn how to do their job duties through the on-the-job training, so you're not going to need any type of degree to do that position as well. Moving right along into number 8, and that is a virtual assistant. Now, what you do in the role of a virtual assistant is similar to the previous role that we just discussed. However, there are some other tasks that you do need to handle. So you do handle tasks like email management, scheduling, data entry, and social media. A lot of times in 2025, companies do have social media roles for virtual assistants as well. The skills needed for this type of position are organization skills, basic tech skills, and time management. You do not need a degree for this type of role, but experience is going to be key. A bonus for getting hired for this type of position is going to be to take short courses in admin tools, such as Notion, Trello, or the Google Suite. And according to ZipRecruiter, in 2025, the average hourly pay for a virtual assistant is $24.40 an hour, but top earners report $33.89 per hour. That's really going to depend on where you are in the country, especially since geographical location does determine the pay level that you're at. Number 7, social media manager. The role of a social media manager is to manage social media. So what you would be doing was creating and managing posts, tracking engagement, and growing followers. The skill set that's going to be really ideal for this type of position is creativity, analytic skills, and also trend awareness. So what are the current trends going on social media? While you don't need a degree necessarily to do this, if you do not have a degree in marketing, you are going to need a strong track record and portfolio or information that you could provide to potential customers. Now, here is a bonus. If you do want to grow grow in this business and earn more with advanced skills, it would be awesome to learn here from tools like Buffer, Later, or the Meta Business Suite. Now, the average pay for this type of position, according to ZipRecruiter, is $52,000 per year. However, if you were to get into a more advanced role, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics here gives roles such as market research analyst, in which you would need a degree for. They make anywhere from $63,000 to $75,000 per year. Now, with working from anywhere in the world and being able to up and travel anytime you want, this may bring up concerns when it comes to healthcare or seeing a doctor. However, especially in today's economy and system, this really shouldn't worry you. Personally, I'm moving towards the age of 40, and places on my body that used to not hurt or give me any problems have actually started to hurt and give me problems like my knees and my back, and this keeps me on my toes about my personal health. I do have a doctor where I live, but whenever I travel, I do find today's video sponsor ZocDoc the perfect go-to. Now, ZocDoc is a free website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and click to instantly book an appointment. So I'm talking about all in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across nearly every specialty. So from mental health to dental health, eye care to skincare, and so much more. So you can filter out doctors here who take your insurance, who are located nearby, who are a good fit for your medical needs that you have, and who are highly rated by others and verified patients. You can also go in and actually see their appointment availability, so you can choose a time that works for you and then just click to instantly book a visit. Plus, a bonus is that the ZocDoc appointments do happen very fast. So I'm talking typically within 24 to 72 hours of booking that appointment. And you can often even score same-day appointments. You don't even have to talk to anyone. You can just get on the app and with a click of a button, book an appointment. So stop putting off those doctor appointments. Go to ZocDoc.com/Kimberly, which I also have linked in the description, to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. Thanks again to ZocDoc for sponsoring. Now let's get back to today's video. Number 6, a remote sales representative. Now this role is going to be exactly what it sounds like. You are going to be in charge of selling products and services, following up with leads, and closing deals. The skills needed for this type of position are going to be persuasion, confidence, CRM tools like HubSpot or Salesforce. You do not need a bachelor's degree to get started with this. Many companies are going to value that hustle over a degree. The bonus with this type of position is that if you're good at sales and talking to people, you can make a ton of money. Because this is a sales role, it's obviously going to depend on your ability to sell and how much you sell. However, whenever I went to Glassdoor and ZipRecruiter, the reports on this type of role sit at about $62,000 per year, but many report making 6 figures and higher in this type of job position. Number 5, online tutor or ESL teacher. What you're going to do in this type of position is teach English or other school subjects via video call. The skills needed for this type of position are going to be teaching, patience, and communication, and for this you are going to need some type of education. A bachelor's degree is often going to be required. However, I do want to point out platforms like VIP Kid or Cambly. Those are great platforms to utilize from the comfort of your own home and to work remote. There is a bonus here that if you get a TEFL certificate for ESL teaching, it often only costs $20 to $100 online. This would increase your skill set and would increase that chance of getting hired. The average pay for a role like this is around $63,580 per year, especially with that additional skill set of having the ESL teaching ability. Number 4 is going to be the entry-level project coordinator. What you do with this is going to be assisting with timelines, scheduling, and communication for projects. Now, the skills needed for this type of job position are going to be organization, communication, Microsoft Excel or Asana knowledge, and a bachelor's degree is preferred for this position. However, experience can outweigh education when it comes to this specific role. If you do have a lot of experience doing this, you are going to want to have a proper portfolio for it and the specific positions you worked in when it comes to applying for this position. A bonus for getting more pay in this position or a more likelihood of getting hired for this position is if you possess the Google Project Management Certificate. According to ZipRecruiter, the average pay for this type of position is $23.40, and that is, of course, for the entry-level position. The more you do this, the higher up you can get, the more money you can make. Number 3, transcriptionist. What you do for this is going to be turning audio files into written text. Or a lot of times in today's society, it's going to be a typed out text. The skills you need for this type of position are going to be obviously fast typing, good hearing, and proper grammar or grammar accuracy. No degree is required for this, but obviously skill set is going to make you much more hireable. So if you have any type of experience or you have a really strong skill set according to this position, the likelihood of you getting hired is going to obviously be higher. A bonus for this is that you can start on sites like Rev here, Transcribe Me, or get certified for medical/legal transcription, and the average pay for this role according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics puts it at around $36,100 per year. Now this is also something I've seen that you can do on the side as a side hustle or an extra way to make income, so definitely do your research on that role. Number 2, data entry clerk. What you do for data entry clerk is exactly that. You're just going to be entering data, so inputting data into databases or spreadsheet. The skills needed for this are going to be typing speed and attention to detail. The degree needed for this is no degree, as long as you have a high school diploma or associate's degree is usually enough. A bonus for this is go ahead and learn Excel and Google Sheets for faster advancement. And the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics do report this as being paid around $36,000 per year on average. Lastly, and number 1 is going to be a freelance graphic designer. What you do is going to be creating logos for companies, social media graphics, presentations for companies or people, or PDFs. Skills needed for this is going to be a design sense, proficiency in Adobe and or Canva. A degree is not necessarily required for this. However, you are going to need a strong portfolio if you do want to get hired doing something like this. Obviously, if you do have a graphic design background, you do have a degree in graphic design, you're going to make a lot more money and you're going to have a better opportunity of getting hired. You can also locate courses for this type of role on platforms like Skillshare or Coursera, and this role can range in pay from around $50,000 to $60,000 per year, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now, many of these roles can often then lead into six-figure incomes. The longer you work at them and the higher up you get, the more money you're going to be able to make. Let me know in the comment sections down below if you've ever worked in any of these positions or if you're interested in any of these positions. Don't forget to check out ZocDoc in the description box down below for all of those healthcare needs. Drop a comment down below just to say hi. Thank you again for all of your continuous support, and I do look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye.